DreamHack Open is brought to you by Corsair, Monster Energy, eSport Management, Windows 10, Omen by HP, and GGBet.
Welcome back to the DreamHack Open at Rotterdam. We're at the fabulous Ahoy Arena. We've had a fantastic crowd all day, and we can't wait to get our final best of three series underway. And there they are. This is the fourth best of three. That is a huge test, even for us guys who get paid to be here. The fact that that crowd is still here, still cheering hours and hours into this day is a miracle in itself. We absolutely love you guys. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this next series, because before the break, if you've just joined us, well, Heroic won the hearts of the crowd, but it was heartbreak for Hard Legion, and they fought so strongly, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. But they have to be happy with their performance. The question is, who is going to book their final spot in the semi-finals tomorrow? Is it gonna be a crazy, or is it gonna be the HAVU Have a Go heroes? I'm so sorry, my name is Frankie Ward and I am a criminal. I have committed crimes on the broadcast, so I'm just gonna say quickly that my analysts are innocent. Potter and Blair, they are blameless, they are victims of association. So what we're gonna do right now is try and save face, because we've got a treat for you guys. You may be aware that last night, Valve released the new cache map onto the official server, so we can all play it, even if we ain't been downloading stuff on the workshop. And some of the players here had some words to say about it, so let's get their thoughts.
New cache is looking fresh. It's looking really fresh, not because it's just green.
They add a lot of things compared to old one. I think there's going to be a lot of new metas.
Taking the A site and holding it as a T is going to be harder than it was before.
The changes on the A site in particular are really good. The A bomb site, where you can now peek over into A main, I think that's a welcome change. They fixed the forklift a little bit, that's a welcome change as well. And then obviously just making the map a lot more green.
It's more like, you know, Chernobyl. Because the previous map, it was like something gray, something white, and now it's like something abandoned. It's cool. But I think it's a better map now.
The new cache is worse than the previous version of it, because it's used for matchmaking and like having fun with friends, but not for competitive CS. The colors are way too bright and a lot of excessive graphics, so I think it can distract players.
So everyone kind of knew how to play mid to a certain point, but now they added the window. You can smoke mid out, but mid is now playable throughout the entire round.
The last cache was actually kind of hard for CT, so the little window near the connector is helping out a lot, I would imagine. Do I like or dislike it? I mean, I liked how the gameplay was in the previous cache. I mean, it was a bit more T-sided in the end, but with the new fixes, I think it's going to be great.
This is actually one of the favorite maps, so I'm looking forward to play on this map.
Cache is king.
Well, it's very green. That seemed to be the genuine consensus from the players. But obviously a few observations, particularly that mid-window, Potter. That's going to make a huge difference, as the players were saying.
Absolutely. I mean, the players were speaking about being fresh and that window being new, and also like the skybox is changing. Cache is a map that players innovated a lot of different kinds of smokes through the skyboxes, and now towards that vent area, the sunroom area, and towards that B, there's no sky anymore. There's no ceiling, I mean. So there's a lot of utility that these players are going to be coming up with, theory crafting with, and it's going to be exciting to see what these players come up with.
Yeah, and you got to think about, even though they say it's now a little bit more CD-sided, it does help other teams as well. Opening up the skybox and checkers means they can execute a fake towards that checkers area, towards the B bomb site, and it's kind of like giving a little bit to the CTs and giving a little to the Ts as well. I'm excited to try it out when I get back home.
Yeah, me too. Now, we're about to open up the Group B's deciding match. So let's take a look at the story so far. Blair, talk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, this was an easier group. We had Force completely dismantle Asterion yesterday. Then we had Crazy with a very close game with potentially an upset. HAVU had one hell of a game against Crazy, took them down. Then we had the upper bracket matchup between Force and HAVU, a very close affair on Nuke. HAVU being very ballsy. They could have got the win, but in the end, Force had the experience to close that one out. They are now waiting in the semifinals. In the lower bracket, Asterion actually had a very close series against Crazy. Crazy struggling a little bit, and for a team with that, with that number of experienced players struggling to close out, I think it was Inferno, that could be a problem. And coming into this particular matchup, man, Crazy against HAVU. If you'd asked me this yesterday morning, I feel like Crazy would win this with their eyes closed. But right now, it's wide open.
Well, Potter, I would love to start talking about our next matchup, and you've got 3 reasons why. But why are you telling us 3 reasons? What's it all about?
So these are the 3 reasons why, as Sudan mentioned, this match should be a very close affair, a close series. And starting off with reason number 1 is both of these teams are very similar in their play styles and similar in how their team is formed. Both these guys have coaches who have now turned into full-time players, getting into the active rosters and showing up in the servers. And reason number 2 is going to be both of these guys played Dust 2 yesterday. We saw that matchup 16-13 with Crazy just barely not making it out. So I think Crazy is going to come into this matchup feeling a little bit robbed, and HAVU is going to be coming to this matchup with a lot of confidence from yesterday. And with reason number 3 is ships. Sudan just mentioned it here, and for Crazy's side, he's been kind of that shining light at the end of the tunnel. He's been top fragging almost every single match thus far this weekend, and I expect him to do some more in this series.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the Netherlands, they love ships. They love ships and mayonnaise. Here all weekend. Blair, let's talk about the veto.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. Overpass and Mirage is going to get taken out early on, unless I'm very much mistaken here. HAVU are going to be playing it safe. Mirage is going to get taken out because Crazy at least used to enjoy playing Mirage quite a bit earlier on when they had Nexa and Hunter. Overpass is going to get banned out by Crazy. I'm expecting to see a Nuke and a Train coming out. Crazy looked pretty solid on Train earlier on. It's a map that HAVU aren't necessarily... I haven't seen much from them, to be honest, on Train, so I really can't say much. But right now, if you're Crazy, you would be looking to just play to your strengths, right? So I think Train's going to get picked. I think HAVU just might go for the Nuke pick again.
You think so?
I think so. And a final map, I think it's a toss-up between Dust 2 and Inferno. But I do believe Train and Nuke is going to be picked somewhere along this one. So Overpass and Mirage, no surprises there. The picks, I'm really going for Train, Nuke, or maybe a Dust 2. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm leaning more toward that Dust 2 just because, unfortunately, neither of these teams can afford to ban that Dust 2, and you were absolutely right. It's that Inferno and Train.
Actually, it's different. I thought Crazy would go for Train there. HAVU picking up Train, and it isn't swapped around. Nuke getting banned out. I would have liked to see Nuke, but you know, I don't really blame HAVU for allowing Dust 2 through because they did manage to get that win yesterday against Crazy. Inferno from Crazy, they've had a few hours to figure out what went wrong. They struggled closing that one out against Asterion. They look pretty good, don't get me wrong, but allowing Asterion to get so very close, kind of giving too much of respect. And I think it was the coach, it was good old Neil, who was like, yeah, we were giving too much respect to them, and once we woke up and once we were like, look, we're a better team, they were able to shut this one down. So Crazy need to play a little bit more aggressively, a little bit more confidently, and I think that could be the win condition.
Well, it was interesting, the series earlier, because Neil M told me before we kicked things off today that Ships has been brought in as the star player. He needs to try and make up for the fact that Nexa and Hunter aren't around anymore. And we finally really got to see what that move was all about, as Ships showed us what he can do, showed us that potential, Potter. But what else is this team going to need to do to beat HAVU? Because we've seen they've got at least 2 star players who are really going to let loose today.
You're absolutely right, and I think Sudan hit it right in the nail. It's just they've got to be more proactive. They've got to not get owned by gimmicky plays. There was a lot of matchups and duels in that Asterion match where gimmicky plays to the smoke, boosts over the half wall. These sorts of plays generally don't reap you that many rewards, but it seems like Asterion were able to gain so many advantages from those gimmicky plays, so Crazy cannot allow those kinds of plays to happen.
Yeah, Crazy needs to understand one thing, despite HAVU having had a revelation of a tournament so far. I mean, sure, they won one, they lost one, but plays like Hoodie showing, he had 60 kills in 2 maps, right? That's very impressive indeed, but Crazy have, yes, they've lost Nexa, yes, they've lost Hunter, they have new 2 players coming in, their coach coming in, whatnot. They are major players. They're a team who've been in scenarios, in much more high-pressure scenarios than this one. And for them, there should be just another day in the office. The way Ships and Emmy, the 2 new players, are playing is also really, really good for them because they have really been stepping it up. So as for Crazy, they need to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, this game is also the taking. We're going to be reaching that semifinals tomorrow. And if they have that mentality, they can get the win pretty easily.
And if we get to a 3rd map, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens again on Dust 2, because if people didn't see what happened or need a reminder, HAVU were down by, it was 7-1 at one point, but HAVU never lost faith in themselves. They were always keeping their eye on their money, weren't they, Potter? So even though it looked to, I guess, the beholder that they were out of control and they were never going to come back, HAVU always knew they could.
Exactly, and HAVU were just consistently chipping away at that money, right? Just slowly controlling that economy and converting those important pivotal rounds. And that's exactly what kind of caught Crazy off guard, and they cannot allow that to happen once again today because, again, Crazy are going to be feeling a little bit robbed about that Dust 2.
Absolutely, and for Crazy, they need to start adapting on the fly. And I'm a little surprised that their Dust 2 yesterday, right? There was no short control, and they had no answer for that short hit that HAVU kept throwing at them, and they tried to keep going for those retakes. They were looking a little too timid. And for Emmy, he's had an entire night. They had a nice warm-up game earlier today as well, so they should be ready to, if something's not working out, if your setup's not working out, it's okay. Instead of trying the same thing over and over and again, try something different. Something might click, and you are an experienced team, and you should be willing to do that. So I would like to see Dust 2 coming out. I'm expecting to see a different Crazy today.
I'm interested in what kind of impact that Zori is going to make today, if any, because when I was doing my research going into this, because I hadn't seen HAVU play, I was just expecting Zori to be that star, and I'm just wondering if we're going to see a trio come alive today, because if we do see it all the way to Dust 2, then he's going to be an essential factor there.
Absolutely, and I mean, thus far today and yesterday, it's been that Hoodie and Dodo show, the duo on this HAVU lineup. These two, the synergy that they have and the frags that they're able to trade off of each other, it's been that storyline this entire tournament so far, and Zori is going to have to step up so that he can kind of join them, and as you mentioned, be that third, be that trio, so that he can help HAVU go over that finish line.
And the good thing is, coming into this tournament, if you look at all the results which are online, that is a caveat here, Zori and Slowy are the 2 highest rated players. Zori with an HLTV rating of 1.22 for the duration of this particular lineup, which is quite high indeed. Slowy very close by at 1.13. And Dodo and Hoodie are the 2 like normal players. They're not like exactly high fraggers or high stats players. With these 2 really performing here, if Zori and Slowy can step up to the level that they're used to online, this could be a very, very deadly combo indeed.
Exactly, and we can't forget about Saul, the old coach that's coming in with that full-time player, and he's coming in with hunger, but he's not really the fragging power behind HAVU, but this man has so many flash assists, so much utility damage. He's going to be the full-on support player that makes sure that the HAVU pieces all come together.
He's the classic selfless IGL.
Yes.
We need to take a look at 2 players in particular, Blair.
Yeah, I mean, no surprises here, right? Hoodie has been a revelation for HAVU. 30 kills on map 1, the map they won against Crazy, and 30 kills in the map they lost against Force on Nuke. He has been so very good. So many impact frags. Yes, he might have had a couple of anti-eco, bloodbaths in the mix over there, but that's okay. He was great throughout. And Ships, what a player this guy has been. He's been on everyone's radar in the Tier 2 scene for quite a while. He's had great moments, but right now, the way he's playing here, it's almost like he's ready to take the next step to be a Hunter, to be a Nexa, right? And I think it's going to be a great battle here.
I do love watching Ships, and it's that aim, that 17-year-old aim, those reactions coming out of Ships, and it's really, I was asking the coach of these guys if the language barrier has any factor, being 17 years old, coming in, speaking English all of a sudden. It's sometimes a hard adjustment, especially for Counter-Strike, and Ships, it seems like he's just slotted right in and FPL just like normal.
Yeah, he's one of the new children, the children of the FPL.
Children of the FPL. I like it.
Guys, I need to get your predictions because we're really ready and ready to go. Come on, Potter.
I'm going to go with HAVU here. I'm going with the Finns. I really appreciated the synergy coming out of Hoodie and Dodo. But as you said, Sudan, if the players that are supposed to step up, I'm looking at Esperanto, then it should be very challenging.
I believe in Crazy. I think they're going to take this one, and I think they're going to wake up finally.
Well, if there's anything I've learned from the past day or so, it's trust in Potter. So I'm going to say HAVU, and the reason is actually for me is Slowy. Yesterday on Nuke, seeing him come out in those really important rounds on the upper bomb site of Nuke, which is why I'm kind of disappointed that we're not going to see them play Nuke. I was very impressed about how he managed to keep his cool and finish those situations for his team. So I think actually he is a key win condition for HAVU today. If he shows up, because I don't think Saw is, he is going to be a really, really important member of that team to close things out for them. But right now, we need to close things out here because we're going to head over to our casters, Laundress and Scrawny.
Damn, Frankie, that was some spot-on analysis. You should switch spots with them. Get Blay out of there.
I know, it would just be like a lot of Blay-looking people on the desk out there, right?
Sure enough.
Me and Blay.
Have you ever felt Blay's forearms? Weird question, I know.
I've only thought about it.
All right.
Right.
Do it after this match.
Okay.
Never met a man with stronger front arms.
Stronger forearms. Could have came climbing. Kind of.
You should have. That's what I told him. I was like, you've got, you know, the lesser size.
Yeah.
And the stronger arms. He's gonna scale those rocks.
Called Blay short.
I didn't use that word.
It's got an apple box and it hurts. Yeah. Okay. So watch out, buddy.
I mean, I think there is no larger height difference between analysts than Potter to Blay.
Probably not.
She's like 6'8".
Hopefully Jason Kaplan never gets on the desk.
Into Inferno, Mohan. You ready for Group A elimination?
A little bit.
Or rather, decider. Still, one of these teams going home. HAVU or CR4ZY? What an interesting matchup. A CR4ZY that's coming into an event kind of limping on one leg with this new roster, and HAVU looking to make a land statement, you know? Foraying well in the online realm of Counter-Strike as of late, but they want to put that result on paper, on LAN. So they'll start to the CT side of Inferno. They're going to have themselves positioned here under Porch, and of course in apps, ZY about to face 4Ts on the other side. Now, there's a smoke and a flash in the mix here for the offense, but CR4ZY are going to hold on to it until they can inch at least a bit closer.
Always nice when you know there's a CT at the end of the halls. When you get one shot off on them, you get a big read on the setup, but I'm not sure if they'll know that it's going to be double arch. There's so many CTs here, and CR4ZY look like they might be committing. However, the bomb is down at the bottom of steps. I wonder if they're just trying to... Okay, they're just going to go back to it. I wonder if they want to maybe see if a kill would come. If not, they would continue on into A, but it looks like they're going to avoid most of the CTs. Slowy's going to get some information right now. Damage dealt as the peaks come out for mid. It's a full rush into B, but nobody's hanging back to catch the flank.
Nope. Smoke out for Cross. It's going to plume just as the T's start to round corners. Saw blocked off, and unfortunately for HAVU, that one point of contact on Coffins has to fall. Emmy able to take the bottom of the totem pole down. 4 versus 5. Low health on 2 of the members of CR4ZY, but they're going to go exploring towards the back of construction and also burst down Banana. Tough spot for what remains of HAVU, but they do have footing past. They are into the fountain, or at least they were. ZY, this is big. He executes the player behind, and he knows Ships is in the corner. But Esperanto's low HP. One bullet, and he runs! Esperanto gets back. ZY doesn't have a kit, but he does have 4 kills. Tapping this should get the peak, and Esperanto comes in, doesn't go down. He's won the round by just sheer time.
Wow, and ZY aces the 5-piece, and he doesn't get the round. That sucks. He almost had Esperanto. He made such a good play, tried to bait the peek out, didn't come right away, killed the guy on the left, went out for Esperanto, had a small opportunity, and would have been able to win the round. That's a tough one. I mean, the 5 kills is a lot of money. I mean, that's pretty much, that it does count for something, like, especially since they all funnel into him specifically, but, you know, that's all he'll get. That's all he'll get. A little bit rough. Let's see what Deagle Armor's $2,200 left. He's, like, in a decent spot. That was a close one. I wondered, so for me, I don't like to boil analysis down to, if one player does well, they'll win. I mean, there's certain teams where that can be the case. But in this situation, it's kind of like Emmy, since he's a temporary, he was the coach, he's temporary. The thought that, basically the whole team is like full of talent. You know, the Ships is a solid replacement for either Hunter or Nexa.
In terms of fragging, right?
So yeah, so for me, I'm like, if Emmy does well, if Emmy does, 60, 70 ADR, then easily like his team can pick up the slack. I mean, for sure.
Because unfortunately for Emmy, not only does he have to fill the big shoes of Nexa as an in-game leader, but Nexa's also a fragger in a big fashion. You know, he doesn't let that leadership hold him back. So Emmy's got to come in with a strong side in both regards. But I do think CR4ZY can still fare well. Hoodie wanting to lock down Porch, gets a little bit of utility support from Pit. CR4ZY are content to creep and crawl around Arch, though. Nothing's going to hold them back here, other than their own hesitation. 30 seconds left up. And now, because of the timing, CTs are starting to get into position. Sure, they'd have to run through smoke, but they are still blocked in, and the little smoke spam goes a long way. But losing Hoodie's a big deal, because now Dotto is completely stuck in Pit. And Saw just absolutely denied. Yeah. Slowy nowhere to be found, and this is CR4ZY converting with minimal losses.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. There's a couple of kills like, oh, wow, that could actually turn this round on its head, but instead they get him. CR4ZY get the round, and they keep 4 up. They keep a couple of the SMGs. That'll be nice for hunting next round since HAVU invested. They could have not invested and bought, obviously, so that, you know, one more round where they make a lot of money. Zori, the only one who has a bit of bank left over from that pistol round.
Yeah. Cooking up a storm.
Yeah, he can reinvest a little bit, and that'll be about it.
No, no, no. Don't put the bleach in the pan.
No.
Drippy sink? Must be that.
I guess so, yeah. It's just one of those, it's just government housing.
Yeah, I remember college residents.
Right, yeah, college residents. You got any Dorma stories?
Not now.
I just wanted to make the pun. I didn't want to put you on the spot.
I appreciate that. I'm excited to get these gun rounds rolling, but we'll have to hold our breath and bite our tongue for one more round. There's a Zeus in the field. Electrify.
A little bit of range on that, but not that much. Anything works. 4 CTs forming a line. They want a piece of the action.
Oh, he wants it.
Dotto. Oh my gosh, it looked good. It did. It really did look good.
It did. Zori's going to pick up a Deagle shot. That's nice. And Saw even comes in with one of his own. But Esperanto clears Banana for the most part. Ships getting the entry towards A. That's definitely going to call the bomb back.
That's actually huge. I love how they smoke it down. So if the kill didn't come out, I love how they smoke down after everyone dies. They know there's still one person in the site. That makes the decision so much harder. You could run headfirst into the site with 3 people and win the round.
Yeah.
But if the smoke comes down, you're now a little bit worried, right? You're like, oh, is there 2 left in the site? Are they feigning? Is there going to be 1 at A? And is that guy at A in a really like campy spot that could get a kill? Because then it gets a bit scary. And they at least may do some damage, so that's nice. So CR4ZY come out 3-0. HAVU have gotten some kills so far. They've done a pretty good job on these rounds. Here, they're going up against 1 MAC-10. They have 3 players with no head armor. Nobody's got money left, but they've also got pretty much every single nade they were looking for. Esperanto moving quickly up into B. And the Molotovs aren't great. Yeah, oh my god, he's able to stay alive, get 2, barely waste any ammo, and not take any damage.
Gun round, by the way.
That was disgusting. Almost Freiburg level stuff. He's actually pulling the full Freiburg right now, running around into construction. If he turns this into ace at Moto.
This is the best face cam.
Yeah.
This little gremlin
forehead and check.
Just his eyes peeking over. But focused on the crosshair instead. Pops heads in Banana and very quickly puts CR4ZY into the 4-round lead. So this is huge. You know, gun round that never even had a chance to get going for the CT side. But you said it right away. I mean, the moment you noticed those Molotovs gave him space.
Yeah, I was like, he's too comfortable. Yeah. Because as a CT you come out, you're like, there's not going to be a team standing there.
Oh my god.
Well, that's what happens when you don't use nades, right?
Oh, dude, that's the brand new op.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the brand new
Switch.
Red level op.
Damn, dude. That's not bad. I pay $5 for that.
Yeah, yeah. Saw one with a hollow eye by power.
Already? Holy smokes.
But here we're talking about C, clearly ready to roll.
Yeah, that's sick.
Nothing to hold him off. Second CT peeks into it as well. He even has time to reset the crosshair. So just perfect headshots from Esperanto is what nets them their 4th round. And more importantly, the first gun round 1.
Yeah, he has a good spawn again, I think. Oh, no. Is he? Auto in the back. Nate's coming down their way. There's a chance of the pistols. No, Auto clotheslines him. Slowy, can he pick up the slack? No, he only gets 1 with the 5-7, but they've still got a kill. That's nice.
Ooh, good flashes back the other way.
Nice hold from the Finn himself. How on earth did the Molotov bounce back that way?
Not sure.
Is
Weird
that a
physics.
window? Oh,
it's the window
I see.
shutters.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's just a... That's rough.
All right, Zori. Fresh skin. See what you can do with it. Gonna try to wrap around towards Coffin. Remember, that op move forward from the previous round would be beautiful to keep it into the next, but now he's in construction. I mean, you can't help but feel like at some point someone's gonna come clear this.
Indeed.
So leave while you can. Just as the smoke fades, he gets back around the corner. Safety is found.
Yeah, it was a good hold. A good hold at bottom of B by Otto. They maintain majority alive. Solid round, super fast. Were you going with HAVU or Crazy if you were to predict? I thought HAVU were gonna win.
Yes, I mean, I kind of compare this one to the match we just finished, right?
Yeah.
Like Hard Legion shouldn't have beat Heroic, but they almost did because they can be good enough. And I would put this in the same instance. Like HAVU shouldn't beat Crazy based on these players' past performances, their history, their achievements, but they could. They've got structure, they've got some individual flair, and Otto, whoa, almost gets away with 2 kills at the end, but all right. So if you had to give me an answer, I'm going to say Crazy. Okay. I'm going to say Crazy would do it because you should expect them to. Would the roster changes create enough of a shakeup for HAVU to slip through instead? Possibly. And obviously with a 5-0 start, it's easier for me to say, like, Crazy look good right now.
Yeah, they look solid.
But the only real test was obviously Esperanto easy 2K entry in a gun round. This is the second gun round of this map.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. So aggressive beat control from the CTs. Otto again just holding back. He's been an absolute doorman at the bottom of B. This will be his cue to move up a little bit further. Oh, it's not a great flash for him. Yeah, he'll have open line of sight. I mean, he goes 1 for 1. That wasn't exactly optimal. I'll try to fall back. There's still 2 CTs on the fallback position. If they get one, it won't exactly be over. Emmy also gets a kill. He's up to 6 now with that one.
That's big.
And that's a contribution. 105 DAR so far at 5-0.
That is big. I mean, considering you came into this round, Zori had 8 kills, and the combined efforts of the rest of his team wasn't even like past 3. So someone's gonna have to come to life. It's not gonna be Dotto. Shut down by ships.
I think HAVU need to work on their B setups a little bit. Yeah, they've had a couple of problems with their nades are bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like just bad, but slightly misplaced, and it has just been the whole reason they lost. So that they didn't have a proper flash for their half wall player, and there's Otto is just going to go up there almost every single time. It's free. There's not enough proper coverage from the Molotovs, not good enough flashes, and then their peaks are not conducive to the Molotovs they're throwing. They're not exactly ready for the players that can be in all these spots. Like, look how open that is.
Yeah.
You know, it's safe for Emmy to be there. It's not so safe for the CTs to take those peaks. They don't seem to be understanding what they're getting into, and it's their own nades that are supposed to be funneling them into those spots.
Right. You know, speaking of Emmy, a coach turned player, right? Something normally is only done as like a last-minute stand-in type situation. And I don't want to get too deep into locker room talk, but I remember back at the first DreamHack Open of this year. It was in Rio de Janeiro. Crazy went there and had a lackluster result. You know, they were shooting for finals. And I heard poolside at that event that Emmy was already flirting with the idea of coming in for this roster. Like, if it started to break apart, he was meant to play.
Okay.
You know, like this isn't a huge shocker. This isn't like a desperate stand-in situation. It's like this was kind of thought through.
So this is potentially long-term? I thought. Oh, sorry.
Maybe,
I thought that it was. I thought it wasn't.
I feel like the ex-coach still has to be the first guy on the chopping block, but I don't think it's as short-term as you may have thought. You know.
Okay.
But.
Good to know.
Short term for Otto this round. Gets plucked instantly by Zori, that glass cannon AWP. Of course, it's him and Saw on the ump. The only 2 weapons really working for HAVU, trying to grind their way onto the scoreboard. 6 rounds deep, and no round wins yet.
Always dangerous, always scary to go A. Rotate's going to come out now. They're outside the halls. One of my least favorite spots to go with rifles, just because of all these close angles, but they've already got ships to lead the way.
Esperanto's going to take that bomb. Ships looks to entry ahead of him. Let Neil support with the flash. They've got to get past 2 CZs in the SMG. More nades from mid. Hoodie doesn't reveal himself. He's going to let them play out a little bit. Oh, great chance for him. He starts peppering the T's, but still they do get through. 4v2, and the defense pinned within the bomb site. They may not know. Dotto still standing high on boxes. And Letney creeps wide, but he just dies the same. HAVU, pistols into a round win.
Okay, I don't like Hall's pops on almost anything but an eco. I mean, it gets situational on rifle rounds, depending on what the other, about the other team and like how many players are left and stuff like that. But if you're low on nades, you use one flash, you use your nades at mid, and then you kind of just all run out. So if you're like full nades and on a full rifle round is not my favorite strat. On this, especially when you're going up against pistols, there's a lot of ways to die. I feel like they didn't clear the balcony. The other spots on the site were standard. They still got smoked. So I'm continuing to not be a fan of it, but they made the decision. They didn't execute it badly, I suppose, besides not clearing the top of balcony, but they knew what they wanted to do, so it's hard for me to be critical of that. I mean, takes a shot from the through the half wall. HAVU tried to maintain here at the top of Banana. Pretty much the same round, except HAVU have done a bit better of a job in terms of damage just because Emmy is now low.
Yeah, they come out of that exchange on top.
But they at least don't lose their players at the top of Banana.
And they give it up. HAVU gonna rotate a 4th player over towards the A site. Cody looking to get on the scoreboard. 3 assists, 42 ADR, but just can't get a kill as of yet. Had a great chance on the CZ last round. He's not gonna get a chance at all. This is gonna be a barrel into the B bomb site. CR4ZY at the 35-second mark, about to unleash some utility and hit this one hard. And I feel for Slowy. He has just the flash to hold them back. He'll play off coffins and call for help. First contact will be Saw to try and sprint over. Smoke grenade goes down, so he's gonna have to give up this bomb site. Molly and a frag. Utility doing a great job. He never saw a T, and yet he's blown to smithereens. And Saw gives away the audio cue. Tries to spam in to stop plant. 8 seconds, and they still haven't got this down. Now Zorni's coming in off of Banana. He can stop it. He does. HAVU encapsulating the bomb site and forcing this into after time. Emmy stay alive, and he will. Tucks into the corner. A crazy round that HAVU end up winning.
Wow, that got really, really ugly, but there were some good nades both ways. I mean, CR4ZY throwing the Molotov into construction to get the first kill was big. This, being able to stop the plant is one thing. The spam from construction in the first place was what delayed the bomb plant.
Yeah.
So it helped, Hoodie came with the flank, they were spamming, they're putting so much pressure in that even though the smokes were up at CT and construction, they didn't feel safe planting. So that was nice that they delayed it for so long. It made it quite a precarious situation. So we're gonna have a pause call to talk things over. They're keeping things relatively simple. I wonder what they have in store. I don't know. We haven't seen any. They don't go into full execs or R traps, which are more bread and butter. That round they did throw a smoke, in front of the library. I think to make it seem like it was some kind of arch to be. There it is, 2 Molotovs that land simultaneously. Player to peek down behind it. I think I like this B setup much more already. Deep smoke to deny vision, and the T's make their way towards A. They fall back quickly. It's an op here at Arch.
No one to face through mid, however. They'll send Emmy up Banana. Swapping him out, actually, in fact. Otto's just going to lock it down with AWP. Hopes for somebody to come exploring. Saul sit back, understandably so. We hit the 50-second mark, and it looks like CR4ZY are going to group together for B once more. Smokes over the A site. And 1 more added to the tally. Ships may try to sell this fake, may try to come in with the arch wrap. Lock in what is the majority of HAVU over towards
a smoke.
That side of the map. Slowy, nice, 2 headshots. Plays Coffin to perfection. Now towards mid, Dotto dies. 25 seconds left. And the high road taken by Otto should be able to cut off a rotation. What's up? HAVU, they evacuate the A site. Unbeknownst to them, it's all in on B. 4v3, what? Little flick down, nicely done. Culls the numbers into even ground, and a shoulder seen means another frag for him. The Finn slaughtering his own masses. And yet there's still more targets to take. He's exposed and in the open, but nothing can stop him. Another nearly. Zori swinging it in, and he's got himself a second. If only up close he would have predicted ships. But he flies through the smoke, through the morning fog, and will take CR4ZY's 7th.
Nice, nice. Very nicely done from Otto, man. He was just everywhere in that round.
Yeah,
and
that was...
Chloe, this two-piece is beautiful. His teammate also holds on to his smoke for like the majority of this round, and you think, oh, he's gonna probably smoke the choke point off at B.
After that 2K from Slowy, the whole round became like an opping showcase. Beautiful. But not so pretty here in the 10th round. HAVU limited in their buy.
Singular Molotov up B, Otto in front of the smoke. Not the guy you want to fight. Nades, not misplaced, but there's no target at the logs where they were aimed. 3 move up now quickly. Pressure on hulls from these weaker guns. Oppen plays at A as well, so B is significantly weaker in this situation. Definitely the correct site to go to. Will CR4ZY know that? Is the question. Looks like not. On the march back to A, smoke down to Arch. 3 players grouped up in the halls. And they walk it back. 1 player spotted, Ships takes him down. Woody's out, 2 there. Information now. Saw peeks to the half wall. At least swing wide to get the kill. He's trying to go for the fallback. Tries to kind of play halfway in, halfway out.
Smoke in the face, 5-7 on the other side. Oh man, this could line up for him. Just the sidearm to get the job done. Fully blinded, tries to get into the cover of the smoke, but he won't. Hemi bests him, Dotto, peppers the op off the high rope. And he's just gonna charge through this. Now he's smoked off Banana on his own. If he quickly clears this site, he knows that they are in construction, and he's been seen. He can't maintain the spray, but a no scope from Zori cuts it into the clutch. And a bomb tap. He is 16-4.
The read.
And he just needs one more. Doesn't
Will
get
he
the
read it again?
construction. Letney rounds the corner now. He's ready for the peak. Zori swings. He hits that. But a robbery in a leg shot.
Oh my God. He took a risk with that no scope. He nearly nailed it. It could have been off just because he didn't scope in. We don't know. But a tag to the body, that sucks.
Counter-Strike is
so close.
Millimeters.
It is, yeah, it really is.
And that's one where fate's not on your side.
He got nice and close, so there would be less variance. Lined it up nicely. Bomb left back and spawn on this round.
Big push down mid. HAVU looking to get these pistol rounds out of the way, but Hoodie wrecks one early. There's even damage onto Emmy. You know, you start getting a little worried here if you're CR4ZY.
Oh,
like,
sure.
wait, what's going on? What do we have, what don't we? Where can they be? Everybody focus. This is not the round you want to let HAVU slip through with.
Oh, wow. Saw pops up for another kill. What is happening?
Hoodie knows there's 2 more. If they can just get the Banana players, then they could try to evacuate, but uh-oh. They are punched back into spawn. Now, Otto, 1 versus 4 in an eco versus pistol, and he has a chance, but nope, it is stripped away. A wild finish pistol push comes out of nowhere.
Holy smokes, yeah, they just bombed down mid with all their grenades. 2 on Banana, and yeah, they caused mass hysteria, so much confusion.
It's like a stampede.
No money, no, nothing to work with. Otto's got enough for an AK, he's not gonna buy up at all.
He's not gonna play.
They could try, he's giving.
Like, guys, I can't buy op.
Yeah.
See you next round. My hands are cold, I'm gonna warm them up.
No kidding, yeah, it's a little break for him.
All right, he's joined the forces.
It's a mental reset, right? I mean, yeah, take a pseudo pause.
Look, man, if I get like USP 1-tapped on mid Inferno at the start of a game, I
Going
just
for a walk.
Dude, I just stand up.
Yeah.
I go upstairs. Get something to drink.
With your soundproof headphones on, of course, so you can't hear anything.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's why wireless headphones. My productivity has increased tenfold.
Yeah.
I make my bed every day.
Just remember to mute when you pee, right?
Yeah.
Or don't if you're a freak.
You like that?
You like that TeamSpeak, friend? It's disgusting.
This is the old classic. Sit and spawn, talk it out, play with your earbuds, scratch and sniff, you know? Just wait them out. 35 seconds and T is now off of ramp. No utility, just the P250. They're gonna run into the B site. HAVU getting into position. 2 rotators through CT spawn. The Glock's good for a dink. Letney picks it up on his own and the bodies line up. Saw a wild spray for 2.
Oh!
Now Esperanto, dude. Oh! Don't give him a chance.
Okay.
Do not give him a chance. Because when you think of the roster changes that surround this CR4ZY lineup, let's go back to before CR4ZY existed, right? When they were still Imperial even, and we had that merger of what was like Valiant and Co., the Serbian teams, Hunter and Nexa, with, at the time, Esperanto's lineup. When that merger first happened, Nexa really started implementing proper CS, and Esperanto was very open and self-critical about his performance and where he slotted in a team. But you drop Nexa, you drop Hunter, this should open space for what is an undoubtedly incredibly talented young player.
Sure,
He used to be the star, and then he wasn't.
No one thought people were going to be better than him at first. I mean, yeah.
And now he should be again.
There were like a bunch of bets on very talented players.
Yeah.
He was the one who was already kind of showing his form. Ooh, that's a good entry. A good couple, in fact. Man, the whole A site gets decimated. That's it. Dotto's down.
Crumbled.
No chance. 2 left. Saw and Slowy. They can come in to try to pick up some scraps, free kills if they find him. But yeah, I guess he's just a bit too far. He's giving it up. But yeah, 100% true. You know, I mean, like Nexa made his way to the Renegades at first, like over to America because he got scouted because of HLTV.
And Kassad was coaching Renegades.
Kassad was coaching, right?
He knew of Nexa's talent.
So there was, you know, people clearly had their eyes on him, and yeah, and then they just started getting really good. And obviously, their last major performance was the reason they got taken to G2, right?
After Renegades, he goes back to play with Serbian teammates.
Yeah.
He gets thrown into the Imperial mix.
Yeah. I think he didn't have a great time, but he learned a lot. He was IGLing, and then he came back. He was like more of a star. Yeah, an absolute beast. But all the while in Esperanto in Europe, and his team is kind of like tier 2, tier 3 lineups.
100%.
Was fragging like all the time. So
remember the hype that surrounded Esperanto when he came into his first DreamHack?
I did a demo review on him on my YouTube channel, just like when he was up and coming, because people in my stream kept talking about him.
This is a wild performance out of Zori, and he's looking to keep it up. Looking for his 20th kill. In terms of their online success as of late, like Zori is a key piece of that, a pillar. And right now he's a turret on Banana, almost hitting himself another shot. He's got the M-Force to try and help him out. Little spam battle from Saw. But he has had a quiet tournament, Zori. So to see him now in a crucial game start to piece it together, this is nice. Still trailing by 5 rounds, but Dotto's up here on short, looking to add bodies to the tally. Another peek goes down. Has Hoodie from Balk, and Zori through smoke. Zori crawls this in. If the Deagle distracts, then the op could go huge. He gets one and slips into the smoke. 20-second frag, potentially on the table. He takes it with a 5th round with it.
Yeah, they've been pretty beastly when they don't have the best guns ever. That was another round where they pick it up from behind, but still look fierce. We move into the last round of the half. Potential here for 6-9, 5-10. Nice op performance here from Zori. Yeah, and it's unclear exactly who is going to win. It seems like they're both shining at one point. That's a nice flash, but wow, Esperanto, immediate response. Could have still died, even though he became unblind. But he was too quick with it. Zori. This is how we started off the round last time. Drops an off shot. Dotto takes damage on the A site. 3 players stationed up on B, and Otto goes wide with a sig, but the trade is immediate as well. 3v3, health's about the same. They're moving in to fight Zori with the op.
Hitting the hard carry head on. He's gonna miss another shot this round.
Uh-oh.
3 players past, a crucial mistake yet again. But he does have teammates to try and help. This round's not over, not by a long shot. We're into the after plan. Still 2 of these 3 players, the majority, play off pistols. Trying to line up these wall bangs. Low HP for Dotto, and 2 ops on the retake. This is a difficult position to be in. I feel like a lot of pressure falls onto Saw to really get it rolling, and he's gonna be met by the barrel of Letney up close. Ooh, but he gets 2! Headshots stack, and Esperanto back into the clutch. Cuts down the first, here's steps behind him. It's pistol players, easy, crazy, 10 rounds. On the T side of their map choice, we'll be back with the second half after a very brief break. Stellar showing from Crazy through and through. Their team performing well. All members show up and they get themselves 10 rounds. But the star of the show is Zori. 22 kills, 8 deaths, and only 5 rounds for his team.
Yeah, that's rough.
Wild.
Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. And on the CT side, that's a problem. But on the T side, he can really lead the charge. So maybe if they send him in first, maybe if they send him in second, he can get 2 or 3, depending on how on fire he is, what kind of strats they want to employ. He's holding now, kind of back a little bit. Have a nice 1v1 for him. Don't know if the peak will come out. We'll see.
He's waiting for it.
Ships. Yeah, he's spotted something, but Ships is not crossing that line.
No. Ooh, and once he does, the Esperanto just tippity taps to the back of one, and he can't get it done. A second, luckily, with the last shot that comes out. What the heck is this pistol? We've got Saw trying to do more work in CT spawn. Everybody's dodging shots, reloading, bombs drop, back to the 1v2. This is bedlam, madness, mayhem.
Never seen so many people die in CT. Oh my god, they're gonna run back into it.
Oh no.
So everyone's gonna die in CT.
But he's
spawn.
jumping too.
Right. Oh my god.
What is this?
1 HP easy, Zori's dead.
All these bodies stacked up. A belligerent pistol round.
They just thought, all right, well, there's our last information. Let's head back to A. And he was just like, I'm gonna follow these guys to B and try to perform this retake. Oh wait, they're just gonna jump into my lap.
That's one of those rounds that you just can't make any sense of.
Yeah. Oh, you can't like demo review that, right? I think
Analyze
nine
that,
players, 8 players died in CT spawn.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up.
I was so ready for Esperanto to just like crisp little 3-bullet, maybe even 2 pistol kills with 1 shot.
But then they just start jumping.
Jumping?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Armageddon. But that's all right. We're past it. You know, growing pains here on Inferno. That's a lot of utility. HAVU coming in with a force buy. Like, you know, normally you'll get like 2 players with P250, smokes and flashes, and maybe an AK in the mix, but this is all sidearms.
I don't know if observers can hear us, but can we get a utility damage check? I feel like I want to start doing that more. Don't know. We'll sort that out. We can also just check ourselves, but
I'll see if Scorebot's got it.
Yeah.
Continue.
You can either highlight some stuff or, oh, there we go. Put some stuff on blast.
Whoa.
Esperanto, highest in ADR and second in utility damage.
Look at those effective flashes from Otto and Emmy.
Wonderful.
Support play.
I like this, yeah.
Here we go. They've grouped themselves up with Banana. They start to round corners before smoke plumes, and it's even missed its mark. Not going to make the job any easier. They've got to follow up with that utility they had, meant for a post plant most likely, and they haven't even dealt with ships from above. Bomb next to Coffins, just going to try and stick this. Fingers fast enough. The plant is active.
Uh-oh.
The molly bounces back. Damn physics. Now Letney comes in from Banana and clears 1. Dotto does slip past them, and he's going to take the knife out, but Esperanto reads him like a book.
Oh.
Fare thee well, my friend. 7 rounds the difference as Emmy defuses bomb, and Crazy keeps 4 alive.
Yeah, blasted. Really well done. HAVU definitely look outclassed, apart from Zori. Even when we're looking at those ancillary stats, it was in the flash assist, you know, I think it was the 2 leaders on Crazy had 5 or 6 more than the highest on HAVU. So I also want to see, you know, what's we'll take a look at this round where they've got enough for a little bit of damage. They HAVU pulled off a really nice eco in the first half with similar utility. But they've also got some Eagles. They're probably not going to run so aggressive. Or are they? Yeah, no, they come out in their face, but they get stopped in their tracks.
Yeah, Slowy has something to say, but shouldn't be much more. Emmy has auto to help him out on the retreat. Grenade even sails in for a frag, and Dotto's got it all to do. Wild to think that, you know, we looked at the effective flashes last round, and of the 31 flashes between Otto and Emmy, only 3 resulted in an official flash assist. It's pretty crazy. It's less than 10%.
Well, yeah, you miss every shot you don't take, right?
Yeah.
So.
And obviously not every effective flash comes with a kill, but by definition.
Yeah.
I'm getting pedantic.
For sure, for sure. The op is now in the hands of Zori. It's a long climb back. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of effort if they do get back into this, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, certainly Zori's gonna be a key piece of the puzzle if they do figure it out. And this will be the first round it starts with.
Thing is, too, is like if he starts putting up that good of a performance again in this half on the T side, way easier to just avoid him. You know?
Oh, I see.
As opposed to a CT opper that you're eventually going to run into. Flash him back, smoke him off, sit in pit. And we'll see how much he can do. Boxed up defense here on A. 4 members of Crazy. Fire comes sailing from the skies. It's Armageddon in mid, and Emmy can't manage it.
Those are great nades. That was perfect. They just dismantled it. But the round is still on for Crazy. Yeah, it's possible. Oh, Ships does damage, and he gets damage. But Zori can't finish that frag. 2v1. Bomb rocks it back, thinking he's got a way in.
2 versus 4.
Yeah.
Turn 2v1.
We'll see if Saw can turn up the terror.
42 HP to do it. At least of the 2 CTs, he faces the one with less HP. In fact, the exact same health as him, but there it is.
He's the apex of coaches.
Yeah. Neil M?
Yeah.
Right. I don't even know. Never mind.
Go for it.
No.
Okay.
We'll move along. It's too much of a master class at the moment from Crazy. Desperation starts to sink in. Force by the bottom of the barrel. Otto firing shots to the bottom of mid.
Peek again, coward.
Try me, big push. Did they take short by Storm?
Yeah, they're doing good at the top mid. Yeah, wow, they're actually mauling A one more time. Otto gets a kill. They're not going to push through into him. He's on cycle for a second. There's no more left here. There's so much damage dealt, though. And they know it's like partially pistols, and they haven't forfeited the op. But the op that was going against them goes down. 2v4.
Do you play for this?
Health bars all over the place. The thing is, they have one smoke. 14-5. I hang out for a bit.
Oh!
Okay.
Get out.
Threat the op and get out of there.
Slaughtered.
Yeah.
So,
Slowly
I'm
get
impressed. HAVU, they just kind of, you know, the utility usage again, I think, in mid. That's what's, if I had to highlight a strength that I've seen something from HAVU on this T side, it's got to be that.
Yeah, you can get melted like when you try to come up mid like that, but they're throwing good nades on both sides. And even though there's 2 or 3 people there to defend from the CTs, they're still doing a great job of killing them. So,
what?
Credit. What's up? Oh, the
monitors on a box.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're calling a pause when they're up 14-06.
No, next chance you get. I've never seen a monitor that high.
Oh, he's got like an Apple box for his monitor?
He has his monitor at maximum height on top of the box.
On top of the box, yeah.
You know, the human eye actually is less fatigued by looking downwards. So if you have to look up at something, it's less natural.
Okay.
You see? And like right now, his eyes are not at the top of his screen; they're at the center. That creates eye strain, Launders.
Right, but if they're at the center, they're in the crosshair.
That is true.
And then you can't miss.
You are the crosshair. Yeah. Back in with a bye. Crazy, obviously, they have a happy lead in this moment, so go ahead and throw caution out the window. Force in. Worst case scenario, you have to take a couple saves. But they'll get adventurous. Otto in the apartments, not wanting to be on the receiving end of the utility, tries to get ahead of it instead, but this does just leave 2 pistol players alone on B. They lost their 3rd man early, but they know his weapon's near. Slowy's not watching it either. I mean, he's committed to the corner, committed to the push, but Emmy wouldn't have to go that far. Still, he doesn't chance it. And there's Otto's pickup and equalizing kill.
Otto's scary, man. Otto is very, very scary. And he's in the Finnish brain.
What has 6 fins?
What has 6 fins? A mutant shark?
No, this matchup. Oh no, they've given it away. The second op now belongs to Esperanto. But Slowy creeps in, staying true to his name. Are you kidding?
I'd be so tempted, man.
You just got Esperanto. Now Otto's going to be tested here on the site. Molotov burning at his feet. Still, he takes a T with him, but there is a contest put up by Dotto. Emmy in for the clutch.
Winnable. 100 DAR on this man. He's doing good. He's doing good.
Can he win the duel versus hit? He's already been spotted.
Hey, he's got info for 20 health. I'd take that any day of the week. Op. Creeping across. Oh! Okay, Zori ends it. This is a battle of Zori versus Otto, I think.
Yeah, for the time being.
They're both doing really well, both opping.
With the Esperanto sideshow at times. Dude, fadeaway deagle shot.
I'm pissed for him. For Slowy. Poor Slowy.
Should have been faster.
Yeah, should have been fasty.
So, now we have it. A crawl back into the matchup. Still double the scoreline. Crazy over HAVU. Of course, we can't get ahead of ourselves. But they should get one step closer.
Just because you only have pistols doesn't mean you can't win. Is a fact.
The underdog story.
But if you stack the wrong site, you have slightly worse chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not quite as easy.
They are starting to slowly come over. They've got to be a bit faster. Smoke's down, though, so timing's not going to work out for them unless Letney pulls out a miracle. It's been seen. Oh, sorry. Just pops him. He thinks he's so sneaky in the back of the bomb site. Like, come on, guys, run through smoke. They don't know I'm here. Heh. Ripped to shreds. as expected. I mean, this is a throwaway round. Crazy, just playing it safe, however.
Yeah, I'm trying to see some Banelings run at them into pit as the bomb explodes and just try to get some dinks off.
Yeah. If you can't beat them, take them with you.
Will they even? Looks like not.
You don't even have the Kevlar to save, so you'd think they go on in this.
Yeah. I mean, dying to the bomb, they're not giving any money away, so you might as well take a shot or two. But yeah, okay, there's $100.
And then they just died to the bomb.
Did they die to the bomb? Yeah.
Two of them died.
I mean, yeah, like what? But yeah, okay.
I mean, you denied kill reward, sure. Yeah, that's you still denied kill reward, but you didn't deny anything else. That's okay.
Yeah.
We move along.
It's a bug's life. 14-8. They've
specializations for insects.
For insects. Decent nades. No. Uh-oh. Auto separated from teammate. Great flash, though, from the back of Spools. Good setup so far.
Yep.
Decent to get that much information. Going 1-for-1's not ideal. They don't, I mean, they still have the op, though. I think, like, in this situation, some would say the T's are favored once you get down to 4-4. I feel like in this specific situation, I'd be happier to be a CT. However, they're slightly lower on grenades, so there's, like, more pressure here on, in particular, Emmy, if they do go B to get more than one kill. But it looks like they've picked the correct site to stack. Emmy with the smoke down helps a little bit, gives your teammates peace of mind. Rotation will come in for a little longer, so if HAVU execute now, maybe Crazy can pull this off.
It's going to take a stellar shot from Otto first, you'd think. What? He almost gets a collateral. Esperanto picking one up quick. Letney fully blind, burning. Still, nobody sees him. And he stops the bomb through smoke. Now Dotto with all to do continues for two and nearly a third, but can't. Esperanto off arch side saves the day.
I've got a big problem with, like, okay, the nades land where they're supposed to.
Rant.
And Esperanto gets mollied out of his spot, but they don't watch for it.
Yeah.
Like, that molly, you're supposed to wait a second to see if someone swings out. And in fact, I mean, Esperanto plays it so well that he stays in the corner as, like, hidden as he can. Some good flashes come over as well, so maybe people got confused or were looking in the wrong direction. But there, you know, he's supposed to be, like, for sure dead, for sure dead. Protocol's not quite as sharp, I think, as they need to be. Swolly, wow. Oh, okay, all right, peace out.
Later, nerd.
You in the next life.
Who's next? They continue with the grenades just to scare them off, and sure enough, feet start moving towards A. What could be the final push of Inferno. HAVU looking to take it to Train, their map choice. One of which they hold an 88.9% win percentage on. That's crazy.
Who?
HAVU in the second map. You know, so even if this is a blowout, like, don't think that this is over. You put an opper like Zori on Train, and if he can repeat this, I mean, he's almost dropping a 30 bomb in a game his team has 8 rounds. Wild, but another. What could be a sealed deal. 3 Ts left. They're gonna have to attack this A site. We've got 2 members of Crazy within the bomb site. We've got Emmy now looking to add to the tally. A high road taken from Dotto. The top rope needs to be what he uses to swing into sight. Smokes off, and now it's the players within that start to emerge, but traded after only one, and an MP9's not the best of guns. However, short peek in, and still they win every duel.
Dotto gets away with 1 health. This last kill? No, it's not happening quite yet. Dotto, yeah, alive in the site. 2 players to find from Otto. He knows that people are low, doesn't know if Footy has maybe as little health as he does. That could be a great... Yeah, okay, all right.
Focus pit. Op versus AK.
Yeah, we'll see if the wide swing just comes out. He's got an idea of where the last player might be. The most standard position to play the 1v1 from. Op, he's got to adjust. He flashes out. No, Hoodie comes through at the peak. Nice shot. That was a very fortunate round to win. Don't know.
Does that happen twice?
Hoodie ducked in between all those MP9 bullets.
Yeah.
I mean,
and with the short peek in it as well. I mean, the kills came at such a rapid pace, it would have been impossible to catch them all. But my big question is, with 2 players on short, or on site, excuse me, that short peek should have just blindsided them. And yet, he is shut down. What the?
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Ooh, baby! Bodies lining up for Dotto. Easy anti-eco. Let's go! Get it out. We don't have time for this. Go, go! Gun round.
That's
Next.
nice. They got double digits. And you know what? HAVU's doing pretty good at A.
Yeah.
I think they're, in terms of grenades, they're clearly not up to par with Crazy.
Sure.
On both sides. They're firing off though. They're doing good individually. They're pretty decent. Zori is punching well above his weight, and at the top of mid, when it comes to taking control of brackets, they're like super good at winning fights. They're getting unreasonable amounts of kills there. That's a sick frag. Holy smokes, Chips. You got one more in you? Hoodie hurt bad. Hold up in the halls. And this could be the last round of the game.
As the last one looked like it would be. But we've got to give this serious consideration. I mean, this is only a 5-round gap now. You know, barring...
Oh, that's a good nade.
Ooh. Tough one to chew on. Otto getting back into cover. Miraculous lineup from Esperanto. Oh! And dusted. That right there is a crazy victory on Inferno. A little bit of back and forth in that second half, Mohan. Seemed like the T's of HAVU were going to have something to say, but had Crazy not gone on that initial spree of 4 rounds won in the second half, could have gotten way closer.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like Crazy looked a lot more solid than I expected them to look. Very good overall, individually speaking. They just like were very even. Could count on almost everybody. HAVU, some of their nades cost them rounds in the first half. The second half, I don't know if we saw enough, but as you mentioned, they are doing really well with their MDL stats on Train.
Online's been great.
Yeah, online's been great.
So, Map 2 is coming up next. Train, HAVU's Play Place. We'll see you guys there after the break.